Hi, Tracy. We'll give everybody a few minutes to get situated and then we'll get started.
Hey, I'm going to have my teenager come on so that they can learn and do the social media for me, okay?
Okay. So today we're probably going to focus mostly in Maxa, and then I would say open up your Instagram and Facebook. Chances are that's where we'll post what we create together today. Hi, Beverly. All right.
Hey, Grace. Where's the Weldon? I don't know. I think Herbert said that she was babysitting for Herbie a lot, but I think he's on vacation. Oh, this week, so it's not being. Yeah. This is worried about her. I think she's okay, but I think she is doing kind of like side stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Good. Sorry.
Yes.
I created several pieces for social media.
Mhm.
Is that all you're doing? How to customize it?
Yeah, you've already kind of done that. Yeah. Yeah. So that, I think he's probably better opportunity. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. I guess we'll keep this account. Okay. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get started because I don't see anybody new coming in.
I'm here for learning.
Would you like to join me in here?
I'd be happy to. I'll get my laptop.
Yeah, come on in.
Curtis is too, huh? No?
Well, no, Curtis is busy. I told Curtis was so busy. I'm like, you stay here. We'll do it in here. Awesome. All right. See, this is fun because I never know who's going to actually show up. So sometimes I can work in my office and sometimes I'll work out in the living room.
Privileged.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you.
I'm so happy and excited. Here we go. Okay, should I be like right next to you or this is good enough? Yeah.
Whatever's comfy. So, so what we're doing, we're focusing on going into Maxa, figuring out, okay, what templates can we use for social media?
Love it. Yes,
And then,
totally need help with that.
And then let's go post them. That's
Excellent.
what we're doing today.
So, love it because that is my biggest challenge with Maxa, not Maxa, Maxa.
Maxa.
Maxa. Oh yeah.
All right. So let's go ahead and in Maxa.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're not even like, I'm the only one. Love it.
Yeah.
Oh, is someone else on?
Yeah, we got a few agents.
Oh, you got
Tracy's on, Andy from
Very good.
Custon. So we got a nice, very awesome, close-knit group today.
Beautiful. Okay, here, locked on. Boom.
All right. So let's switch my screen. We're in. So let's go into Maxa.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And then if you go over to the left, I know typically I like to do a search, but let's go down here to, it says digital marketing.
Okay,
Yes.
gotcha. Okay.
Then there's a mix of things here. So, social media posts, which is probably what we could start with, but let me just differentiate the difference between a social media post and a story, because the two are related, but there's a big difference in the sizes. So if you ever notice, like when you're on Instagram, some stuff is really long.
Is it like the-
Let's see. No, you are.
Okay, good.
No.
Just it's ignoring us. Oh, okay. So
Maybe go to the,
okay, digital marketing.
oh, yeah.
We just missed it.
Okay, perfect.
And then
Okay, good.
sometimes I get scared, like because I have an
Yeah.
admin account that shows some stuff that we don't have, so I
Super
try to stay out of there. So everyone's like, I
Very
can't.
good. I'm down.
Okay, so under social media posts,
Mhm.
you're gonna see browse all. So let's just start from browse all.
Okay, good.
But if you were looking for specific market updates, branding, holidays, you can go to these individual subgroups. So
Oh, here, I see it.
You got it. So then
Boom. Oh,
right.
got it. Browse all.
right. So it's easy to get lost because it kind of compartmentalizes, it expands. So once you've done to browse, you can kind of see everything that's available here. And you're gonna see old stuff, new stuff. And keep in mind, even though maybe this one is Idaho, I'm not going to do Idaho, but you could take that template and make it your own. So don't get
Right.
don't
Stuck on the titles.
just look at
Listening to Maxa, to Aaron Duncan, if you want to listen to it.
Oh,
She's not running it in there because of the thing. We just started.
and he's keeping everything.
So properties, it would be like a bunch of properties, first team properties that we can post, or what is under property?
No. So what we're doing is I went in here just to show you everything that's available. So yes, if you wanted to do a just listed, price reduction, all of those are in here. But what I want to explain to you is there's a lot of templates in here and they may not fit exactly what you're doing. So you can modify them accordingly to some extent. But if you're looking for a specific, like if you're going to go, I want to
open house.
do an open house,
Mhm.
then and rather than doing what we just did, I would just come up here to quick search and type in open house. But keep this in mind, there's a lot of flyers that we use that are not open house flyers, but we repurpose them. So you can take it just listed and make it an open house flyer. Because what happens is if I type in open house, I'm going to get signs. I'm going to get email blasts. So keep that in mind when you are searching.
Can these go out to social media if it was?
No. So
Stick in social media.
Yes.
Good.
So yeah, or if you are looking, I mean, it will say what it is, flyer.
No, I'm gonna go back to social media.
So if for social media, I would probably stay in the social media post area.
Perfect.
And maybe, let's just say properties. If we are going to do a social media post about properties, go to social media posts, properties. Now, all of these are just listed, et cetera. And anything that says just listed or coming soon, you can change to open house or grand open house, or
Even if it's a sapphire package, can we change that?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
so pick
I'm gonna.
one. I'm going to click. It doesn't have to be the same one. I'm going to click this new listing post here because this is pretty common. And I'm going to click create design. Now, if you remember, it's always going to ask you the address or the MLS number. So if you have an address or MLS number, put it in. If you're going to put the address, it needs to be an active listing. It can't be a coming soon
Right.
or a sold. So you guys on the remote, do you guys have an address where we could use? Yeah. As a sample? You have one?
Yeah, I have
Fern?
1970 North Fern that I'm doing
that's a
for
great.
Daniel Gray.
That is a fantastic neighborhood.
Mhm.
So we're gonna do Fern Street.
Did you hit record, Eric?
Yes, I did. So I chose this property and it pulled in all the information. So keep in mind, this is a social media tile.
Mhm.
So the description is probably not going to go into it.
Real short.
So I can just leave this alone. And I do have to pick one picture. So I'm going to pick the outside of the house
Me too, yeah,
because that's what sells.
absolutely.
And then I'm going to click save so they know it. Are those Merediths?
Meredith Acres?
Yeah, I thought so.
Mhm.
So you know it's a Meredith. I didn't want to assume, but I was pretty sure. And make sure you check this checkbox
I sure did.
and then click save. And then I go add one property. Next, it's going to give us our warning that we're going to ignore
Yeah.
and give it a second. And then there we go.
Okay,
It looks just like if I would have ordered the Sapphire package and bought the flyer. So because this is an image, I can just save it as that. So I'm going to come up here to, first I'm going to go up to the left and click save.
Do you want to change the name of it? Or are you good with that?
Yeah, I should probably change the name.
I'm
So,
gonna, yeah.
so if I wanted to change this heading, all I have to do is double click on it. And let's say now I want this to be open house. Well, I just delete that. I type in open house. And then fix my, I can make the font a little smaller. And now it fits.
So is there a second page with that description that you had clicked on earlier?
No, because this is a social media tile, so it's an image, so it's going to disregard all of that because that template that we run into is just kind of set up for everything that we create. So for a social media image, it's not going to include any of that information. If we wanted something with that information, we'd go ahead and create a flyer. And then if you wanted to have, like, let's just say you didn't want to have this, but you wanted your image to have the information from the flyer, then I would recommend creating a flyer. And instead of just saving that flyer as a PDF, also save that flyer as an image file. And then you could do the same thing with it that we're doing with this. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So if you, anything that you create as a flyer, you can always come up here to share, download, and you can, on the drop down, choose a PDF or a PNG or a JPG.
What's the PNG?
The difference between the two is the PNG is slightly more compressed, so there's no set standard. You can use either one, but typically PNGs are used for social media, things like that, and maybe you'll use a JPEG for something that you're going to print because the quality is usually a little better on the JPEG. But for this purpose, it really makes no difference because either one will easily be inserted into an email or an email blast, whatever you want to do with it.
And what about the PDF? Can you use that for the social media and for print?
No, so PDF is strictly for print.
Print, like at the copier house, is it better to send them a JPEG or a PDF?
No, so when you're going to send a document that's like a flyer or a brochure,
Yeah,
you're almost always going to send it as a PDF
PDF.
because their equipment will be able to read the everything about that particular document, where an image file wouldn't give them that. So for printing, you almost always want to have a PDF file. And then for social media or everything else, you can go ahead and save it as an image.
Ooh.
So seem pretty straightforward.
And then, so save it as a PDF for social
So
media?
for social media, we're going to go ahead and save it as a PNG. So we're going to go up to download PNG,
Got you.
and then it gives you an option to download with a transparent background.
Mm-hmm.
That really wouldn't be applicable here
Mhm.
because the background is what we want.
Right.
But if you needed to do that, you could do so. And what that would do is if you were, I don't know, I'd rather not go into it.
Yeah, let's just do download.
Yeah, so this is click download.
Oh,
It's going to download the image.
oh yeah.
So now I'm going to switch over to Instagram, and I'm doing it on the computer just for simplicity.
Okay.
Typically, you're probably going to want to do this on your phone, but
okay.
but let's do it on the computer just so.
So would I want to email myself that image?
You could,
Okay.
or if you wanted to do it on your computer, you could go to Instagram.com and
Okay.
log in and do it as
Gotcha.
well. So I'll leave it up to you what
Yes.
you preface, but I'm going to do it on the computer just so we can see how to do it. So if you're accessing Instagram from the computer, it looks a little different, but the steps are still the same. You're going to come over here to create over here on the left.
Oh yeah, I see that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so I'm going to hit plus,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to create a post. I'm not going to do a reel right now because it's just an image, it's not a movie.
Totes.
So I'm going to click post. It's going to tell me to select from computer. Oh god, I have to go find where
I know, me
downloaded
too. I was doing that.
it. So let's go find our file.
I think here I found mine.
All right, I'm going to go grab mine here. Show in folder.
Oh, it looks nice. I got it.
There's my file. There it is. So there's my image,
Mm-hmm.
and I have two options. I can change the way that it's formatted. I can make it go in.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, you can kind of play with it. I'm going to leave mine original.
Me too.
And then
What's that line on the left? What is that? What will show with that line?
what line?
That line right in the middle, your image on the left, right there.
This line? That's
Mhm.
that's part of the design.
Oh.
So my next option, if I had multiple, I could come down here and this box on boxes if I wanted to have like several of these in a row. That's not the case here, so I'm going to leave that alone and I'm going to come up here to next. I'm going to click next. And now I can add filters to this. I can make adjustments. So maybe if I wanted to make this, more saturated, I can turn up the saturation and really make it pop. I can create more brightness, less brightness, more contrast. So you can play with this if you want to. Just be careful because now I have turquoise garage doors now because I messed with it. So be careful with that. And if you screw up, come here to the right. It'll say reset. We can put it back just the way it was before. If there's nothing else to do here, then we go ahead and go next. And now we put in our text,
Mm-hmm.
you're invited,
Oh yeah, I should have said that.
blah, 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 blah. And then the next step is, if you click on this emoji guy, you could add emojis. So this is how you add emojis when you're not on your phone. There's a little happy face,
Oh, hey.
and then you can be, all colorful. And then the next step is going to be add location.
My gosh, I've never done those.
Isn't that cool? So like if you're, sometimes you're stuck on the phone and you're on your computer and you want to do some
yeah.
stuff, this will allow you to.
These are way better.
Mhm.
Thank you, Eric.
You got it. And then the next step is add location. I always add the city that I'm doing it because if anybody does a search for orange, I want to be in that search.
That's fair.
So I'm going to put in orange here.
Me too.
And then you have add collaborators. So I do a lot of open houses for other agents. So sometimes I'll add them as a collaborator. And what that happens is it's a little different from a tag. Like if I tag you, it'll show tag,
Right.
I just tagged you in. But if I set you up as a collaborator, my reel or my post goes on your account the same way that it's on mine.
Okay.
So if you're doing or partnering
So
with
I should
somebody,
Daniel. Okay.
so you could, you don't have to, but you could do that. And what will happen is it'll get promoted on his and yours.
Okay, got it.
And then the other person has the option to either
Right.
accept or not. So
They can put it to their page. Yeah.
or not.
Fire. I just posted. I feel very complete about this.
Yeah, you got it done.
Like your class can be done in 10 minutes, but
Yeah.
it's like
Well, that's the whole idea about it is us to like learn quick stuff to where we're focusing on business and not how do I do
love
this?
it. Yeah, show up within the first few minutes.
And then there's a couple other settings. If you have a Threads account, and if you don't know what Threads is Meta's version of Twitter.
Okay,
Is
yeah.
it worth being on there? I can't really tell. It's a newer
Yeah.
system, but for SEO, if you're gonna blast stuff, maybe it's another place where you can blast it. So if you have that set up, it gives you the capability to share whatever you have on there too.
Got it.
And then last, you have accessibility. If you have clients that are impaired either visually or auditorily, you can actually type in the text and have the text of what you would be saying in it.
That's a good idea.
And that's what you
heard.
can, and you can do this under accessibility.
Should have done that, but that's okay.
That's
Next
okay.
time.
And then last, hide like and view counts on this post because I don't want people to know whether 10,000 people looked at it or 6.
Agreed.
So you can turn that off there.
Oh, hey, I should have done that. Okay, I should have waited for you, but
That's all right. And then 2 more. two more awesome settings. Last is turn off commenting. So if you get constantly razzes from people,
Creepy
I
crawlers.
can't believe it's $1.2 million for a house, and I got bought mine in 1961 for 32 grand. It's like, yeah, I can go sell yours for 4 million. You want 4 million, or you want to get on here and complain?
Right.
So I can't say that, but I can turn off commenting.
That's fire.
So he can go find another agent to go complain about.
Totally.
And then last is you can set this to automatically save the thread. So if you have a Threads account, you want everything to go there, you can set that once and it'll just automatically post it for you.
Done.
So, Eric, with
Yes.
the negative comment, is there a way for you to delete his negative comment?
Yes, you can just go and pick the comment and hit delete. That's the nice thing about social media. When it's
Okay.
it's on your profile, that is. If you're
So
yeah.
you can keep the comment on, you just delete the negatives.
absolutely. And then I'm not gonna hit share because it's
Yeah.
not my open house, and Dan's gonna be like, what are you doing?
Right.
And this isn't even my real estate page. So does that seem pretty straightforward? Does anybody have any questions about that process? Okay. So let's bounce back over to Maxa, and I want to show you both the templates for testimonials, and then also I think there are some video templates in there we should take a look at.
So I'm not a social media person. So should I create a social media account just for work, or do you have to brand it differently?
You don't have to brand it differently, and there are a lot of people that don't do social media that really don't want to, but just having one is beneficial, because if you just have one and you have your website, your contact information on it, that's probably just enough. So I don't know if you necessarily need to create a business page or an Instagram. It would be a good idea to, just because that's whole nother area where you can network. But at bare minimum, your Facebook account, I would make it at least your contact information and what you do public, so that way if they do a Google search on you, they can actually see that you got the list and that's your account. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but the irony is I can't get into Facebook. They would send me crap like, oh, so and so is visiting or you're inviting you, and I try to get on. And then when I get on, they say, well, you need 5 or 6 because they don't think I'm a legit. And then when I try to find myself, there are so many with my same name, I can't get on. So it's a catch-22.
Okay, well that's kind of a separate issue with Facebook. You're probably going to have to create a brand new account and then go through the issues of that, because there are a lot of people that either their accounts got hacked or whatever, and it becomes such an ordeal to try to deal with that. It's almost impossible. There's some agents that their accounts were hacked 3 years ago and they still don't have access to them. Facebook's not doesn't provide that kind of support. So I'm going to close this right here,
Mm-hmm.
and then let's go back into our digital marketing.
Okay.
Let's
I'm gonna
take.
switch back over here.
Duncan, can I
then-
ask a question real quickly? On that same note
Of course.
about deleting accounts. I have old email accounts that I was using out that were related to that. Is there any way to delete them and just get rid of them? Like
To delete the actual email accounts?
Yeah.
As long as you can log into it, yeah, you can go in and actually delete the account.
I've never done that, so I was just curious if I could do that.
Yeah, you could. So if you want to shoot me an email, like give me the kind of the particular, and I'll give you the steps on how to go ahead and delete each one, because it may be different for Gmail versus Yahoo versus another provider. But as long as you can still log into the account, you should be able to delete it. If you don't have the ability to log into it, then there's nothing much you can do.
Got it. Okay, that's fine. I just wanted to know because years ago I was a TC and I still get stuff there, and I haven't been there for 15 years. So I'm just wondering how to get rid of it.
Yeah. As long as you can log into it, there should be somewhere where you can delete or make the account inactive. But if it was with another company, you may have to reach out to their IT and basically say, hey, I have been gone for like 15 years. Can you delete my account?
No, it's just Gmail, so I don't have to worry about that. But that's a good idea.
Yeah, if it's just Gmail, then shoot me an email and I'll send you the steps how to go in and delete the account.
Thank you so much. That's it.
You got it. You got it. So what I did is I went over to social media again
Mhm.
under marketing packages. And then what I wanted to explain is there's stories and then there's posts. The difference is the stories are 9 by 16, which is they're long.
Yeah.
So these are what you're going to want to use for stories and reels because those are the longer images. The ones that are square are supposed to be like universally compatible between Facebook and Instagram. So the reason that this is important is this is more real estate of space to put things. So if I'm going to post things, I would rather use the full size so I don't have to have writing that people aren't going to be able to look at on a 12-inch screen. So a lot of these are going to be related to market updates. This is a really important one for agents, Employee Appreciation Day.
I like the testimonials.
Yeah.
That's in a small file.
Yeah,
Square.
and we'll look at those later, but like this one, staging tips.
Oh, that's a great.
That's a great one.
post. Yeah.
So the long one is called what? And the short one is called what?
Okay, so, and this is universal, not just in Maxa. Stories are going to be the longer than the 9 by 16. So they fill up the whole screen. The ones we did before, which is a post, is a square version of this, so you don't have as much room to put things. So most of these are going to be stories, which you can post as a post. It doesn't have to be a story, but it uses up the entire screen, which means you can put more information in here. And this particular template I like because you can read it, you can change out the image, and then it says first team, and you can add your own logo at the top here.
Staging tips. That's a good one.
And you could make that into other things too. It wouldn't have to be necessarily staging tips. You could probably repurpose that for that new
Open house.
not open house, but what's that new Zoom Casa thing, that Flex? So that might be something for talking about Flex. Down here, this is market stats. So if you know your market stats for your area, it'd be really easy to come in here, click design, and boom, now you have market stats. But let's look at some more stuff that's in here. That's great. In a seller's market, get pre-approved, steps. So a lot of the stuff that you see all over the place that are coming from like Curated Social and what's the other one? The one that comes through the
Luxury.
not luxury, but a lot of like the common stuff. So what marketing has done is they've taken our look and taken a lot of that same content. So this one, if you're a new agent, this is an introduction, or you can maybe got a new team member or someone you work with, you could introduce them.
That would have been good for picnic day. Beautiful.
Mother's Day. That's a great one.
I'm still down on the staging tips. I love that.
Yeah.
What about like hot buys and you want to showcase properties? Is there a place that we can showcase first team property, or you would have to contact each of the first team agents, say, hey, can I post about your listings?
Are you talking about the sneak preview stuff?
Not just, no, you can't talk about sneak preview, but I'm talking about like just showcase inventory so that
Yeah, I mean, you could go in and find the hot buys, but I would just to be as a professional person, I'd probably reach out to the agents and let them, hey, I'd like to promote your property in my hot buys post, and then probably be okay with it. But yeah, I think that'd be a smart one because that's being heavily underutilized. And then this one, seller offering concession, schedule a visit, love your pet day, happy Kwanzaa. That's not coming up yet. Or is Kwanzaa already up? No, that's not till later. National Comic Book Day, National Cake Day. And again, keep in mind, you can repurpose these for, every day is some sort of day. Like today's probably like donut hole day.
Right, for real. Okay, and if I wanted to put my own pictures in the staging thing?
Yeah, so I just kind of wanted to show you everything that's available.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Let's go ahead and pick one. So I like the staging tips.
Yeah.
So I'm going to click staging tips so we can edit these and see what we can change out. So right here, because it's blue, I can change out this photo. So if I don't like this kitchen because it looks like builder property.
Yeah, or I have, yeah.
If you have your own picture, you can go up to my uploads. But you can also, if you didn't have one, you just wanted to find some, you can search for free pictures. So I could put in chef's kitchen. Kitchen, not the chef. And
Or gourmet kitchen.
Yeah,
Gourmet.
you get sometimes your
Yeah,
your,
you
your,
gotta.
your terms. You know, you got to remember it's AI. It's not an assistant, so it doesn't have our cognitive.
Yeah.
Not yet. It probably will be next year.
Or just use one of the pictures you have. Like I have a bunch.
All right. Let's see.
Let me see.
Luxury home kitchen. There we go. So what if I like this better?
Let's see. Yeah. Just use
It wasn't a better picture, but
It's fine.
Yeah.
Just use it.
and then if I wanted to edit it, I can come up here to Photo Studio and I can actually edit this photo. And I can't like super edit, but I could, you know, change the colors around. That's
Yeah, the adjustments are, or do you just want to adjust it? Maybe.
yeah. So if I don't want to use a filter, I can click on and reset my filter
Yeah.
and then come into my adjustments and I can scale.
Oh, nice.
See, I can zoom in.
Gosh, that's how you do that.
Yes. Vertical, same thing here.
Sweet.
And then if I really want it confusing, I can rotate it around.
Right.
Upside down kitchen.
Got you.
And then there's some tools here.
If you
Duplicate, flip horizontal.
like if you had your sign and you wanted to flip it around,
Right,
that's a
right.
good thing.
And then I can align to right, left.
Oh,
So
cool.
it gives you the ability to play. And then the improvement, I can mess with all of this. So
Oh, wow. I didn't even know that was there.
you can play with it.
Yeah.
Just be careful because you can really make it
Oh, I know.
ugly real quick. But you can always come here to reset and it'll undo whatever you did.
Perfect.
So it's pretty forgiving.
Mm.
And then this is maskable here, but if I had a picture and I wanted to remove the background,
Uh-huh.
I could hit remove background and wipe out the background and keep whatever's in the.
Oh, that's kind of fun for us.
Yeah, so like our
agents.
pictures, because sometimes we'll
Yeah.
take a picture in front of the house.
Yes.
We just want us. So that's a really, really awesome tool.
Oh, that'll be fun to do.
And then there's nothing to do here.
Yep.
If I wanted to, you can't mess with the logo.
No.
But I can change this. I can change all this. So you have,
Yeah, I don't need to, but
and then if I was really lazy, I can click AI and tell it to improve it.
oh,
See what it says. Now it really made it into one sentence, but
I like a bullet point.
I can expand it,
Nice.
see what it comes up with. Yeah, there it goes.
And then you just size it in.
And then if I want,
Oh, that's nicely expanded with the wording.
yeah, and then if I want a little room, I could just, there we go. It's like it was designed that way.
Great. But your logo is not on there, so that's fine.
So if I wanted to, I'd go uploads.
Yeah, I would want to.
Nope, not under that.
I know I
It's-
have one.
It's in here.
It's
somewhere.
probably in there. I'm a logo. Yeah. There you are. Boom.
There's me, but I was looking for a logo.
Oh, logo, right.
There it is.
Yeah. Beautiful. Oh, that's cool. Then yeah, I like
Mhm.
that.
So does everybody see how that was pretty easy to put together?
That's really cool.
So what I can do
I
here,
see how you did it, but I don't see it.
Yeah.
Where,
okay,
where is it
where is this?
on the page? I saw how you just pulled it.
Yeah, so what I did is I went over to uploads. And as you upload things, they'll stay in there. Correct. So the logo was right here, and all I did was I just drug it over here. And then I just make it smaller. I have two of them, so that's one way, or I could come over here and double click it, and it'll insert it in the middle, and then I just put it in its area. And then if I'm done with it,
Okay, now
yeah, and I have two in here. So,
I see it now.
okay.
Yeah, I see it
So
now.
then
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. If I'm done here, I can go and click download. And then I can click download and it'll save it as a PNG. Which I can, again, same thing, I'll switch over to Instagram again. Let's go over to Instagram. And I'm going to go to create a post. So I'm going to go create, hit the plus. I won't let me make a reel from here, will it? No, okay.
Save it as a PNG.
Yeah, go ahead and save it as a PNG.
There you go now.
And then I'm going to click start post. I'm going to select from computer. I got to go find my file, which is going to be under
Yeah.
There it is, home staging tips. Click open. Because this one was a story, it's not fitting. So this is the bad thing about being Instagram on the computer.
Right.
When I go to create a reel, it makes it very difficult. So my advice would be, if you're going to do it on the computer, stick with the images. And then if you're going to use stories or do stuff with reels, then I would suggest doing the posting and everything on the app on your phone, because it's a lot more straightforward.
So after we save it, then we would email?
Yes. So
Yeah.
so our step here, because it's really awkward to try to post it on Instagram,
Right.
I would go ahead and, because we have the image, go ahead and email that to yourself.
Okay.
So you have it easily accessible on your phone. And then on your phone, you would just proceed as, any other image that you would have, and you would just go ahead and post it accordingly.
That's a great hack.
Yeah, and the reason being is Instagram was originally mobile only, and it wasn't until Meta bought them out that we were able to use it on the computer. So let me switch our screen back to Maxa.
Hey, Eric, going back to that last question, if it's not a hot buy, but it's just you just want to show some case, some inventory, what's a better title to call it?
You call it great buys. Hot buy isn't. It's trademarked by First Team, but it's not like saying pocket listing or something like that. So I think you could use it, because you're just saying it's a hot buy. But if you wanted to find different ways to say it, that's something I would throw in the chat GPT. Go give me different ways of saying hot buys. Some people will do things like, best deals in Irvine. Let's say it's Northwood. Go, this is the best 4-bedroom, best deals on 4 bedrooms in Northwood, or something like that. Don't overthink it. You just need something impactful that will, entice someone to click on it. Testimonials. So testimonial templates. These have come a long way, and I think they did a great job with the look and feel of these versus what we had available out of Testimonial 3. So you'll see testimonials here, and then you'll also see testimonials here. I don't know why they're separated, but if you click on testimonial templates and click browse all, it'll show you both the post and stories. And if you remember what we talked about, the difference between the two is the stories are the longer versions and the posts are the shorter versions. If you're someone that's really not comfortable with social media, then probably the post would probably be your best bet, because you could do them on the computer. You don't have to use the app. Very straightforward. But if you want to have things like show 2 testimonials at a time, or just have a more look that pops, then the stories are probably the better way to go. There just be, a little extra steps in getting them put into place. But what I will tell you, in different markets for different people, sometimes adding, a song to the testimonial might get them more clicks. So when you're creating reels typically look better when you use the full screen. So if you're going to create reels or anything with music, I would probably stick with the stories. But if you want to keep it real simple and easy, I would stick to the post. Does that make sense for the group?
Yes.
Okay. So the testimonials are very easy to modify. Let's pick this one over here just because it's the most complicated of all of them.
Yeah.
So it's going to ask you first, connect your testimonials provider to populate testimonials. So even if you don't use your first team email address, there's a good chance that your testimonials are tied to that email address. So if you put your email address in and nothing comes out, that may be the case. So go ahead and put your first team email address into this section. If you still don't get anything, then there's a good chance that somehow between the transition, maybe your testimonial tree was disconnected. If you have trouble, shoot me an email and then I'll open up a ticket with support and help you get that straightened out. But if everything's connected the way that it should be, once you're here, it should show 1 or 2 of your testimonials already. Mine are all in here, so that's, I noticed, so this template doesn't have a lot of room, so I'm probably gonna wanna pick something that's not 50 pages. So let's go, we don't have to go that back 5 years. So I'm gonna use this guy because it seems it'll fit in there. It's not too long ago, so I'm gonna click create. It should automatically put the testimonial into the text box. And you can see it like it's overlapping. So I can right now, I can make this smaller. It makes it legible. Or I can come in here and go ahead and have AI shorten it for me. So I'm going to click on the AI button here. I'm going to click shorten. And it shortened it. I'm not super thrilled with that, but it gave me enough room so now I can make my text legible. So for me, that'll work for me. I probably want to move this up a little bit just so I have a little balance. And then what's left? Well, I need a picture here. So I click on the image area and I go find my little headshot. Click on it. There I am. Now, when you use a headshot that doesn't have a background, you will look like a floating head if you have a drop like this. So it's probably better that I use this picture. So now that's set. The only thing I'm missing is my team logo. So I'm going to come back up to uploads, figure out where that went. Should be this one. And then I need to make it the same size as my other logo. And then remember the little pink, these are snaps. So now that it's got a cross, it's telling me that I have these perfectly balanced and aligned with everything. I'm not a coastal agent, so I'm going to change this picture out at the bottom. So we'll use this one.
Perfect.
The beautiful hill. Actually, no, that's facing our from Placentia. So if this all looks good, then I'm going to come up here and hit. Actually, first I'm going to hit save because I forgot to do that. Now I'm going to go hit download. And I'm going to just go ahead and download that image like I did before. I'm going to ignore the error messages because it's just telling me that I didn't spell her last name because it's just an initial. And there is my image. So I can post that the same way that we posted the other items on Instagram. And you can also post it if you wanted to do it to a story, you can do that too. Whatever, it'll work either way. If I wanted to create a digital ad from this, I can do this out of Maxa as well. The way that I would do that is I'd come up here to the right where it says digital ad, click on that, and it's going to ask me, well, what do I want to do? Now, you guys probably know this already, but anytime you take a listing, you get a free 1-week digital ad from First Name.
Yeah.
So this is that. So if I wanted to have more, then I can pay for more days. And then I could put on my license number, listing address. So it would create an ad based on this testimonial for me and run it.
Nice.
So this probably isn't the best choice for that. But if I was doing a market update, maybe that would be, or it just sold.
I like it.
So from right here, I don't even have to post to social media. I can just go straight to the digital ad. So if you use, for those of you that don't want to deal with social media, you can do this, and just what will happen is if they click on the ad, then you'll get an email notification that they've reached out to you.
That testimonial is like a story one,
Yes.
because I like that one with your face in the middle.
Yeah, because I mean, if you're going to do a testimonial, I'm the one agent that like kind of cringes when you put your face over everything. But this is one place where you want to have your face because that's the whole idea is I have a great review. This is me.
Yeah.
This is what I can do for you.
Love it.
So if you don't like your pictures on things, that's okay, but definitely put it on your testimonials.
I'm just looking at that one. Yeah.
Duncan, I have a question regarding testimonials. In the past, and I
Yeah.
don't know how this started, rather than going to testimonial tree, I got some, I received, I used to just do rate my agent. Somehow it just happened. I don't know how,
Yeah.
but the bottom,
No,
how,
I'm familiar with that
Yeah.
product. So
yeah, so I'm trying to think, how do I get that so it's on my platform? Because what I did is I took it to a graphic artist, cut and paste them, and I have like, one sheet, an 8x11 on both sides, just to add a listing and presentation. Oh, here are some of my reviews, but I'd rather have it digitally too.
got it. So here's the thing. I love that product. The only reason I stopped using it is because I don't have a lot of reviews coming in. So the way that works is it works kind of like Follow Up Boss, but for reviews. So before they got into a lawsuit with Testimonial Tree, the two connected and would pull and allow you to manage everything from it. That's not the case. They got into a little spiff 2 years ago, and they're cut off. So here's the thing with Testimonial Tree. Testimonial Tree is invaluable to us because we have full control over it, which means we don't have reviews.
Pros after.
We can create them, but they're not a vetted report system like Google reviews or Facebook reviews or Zillow reviews or Realtor.com reviews. So my suggestion is this: get them in the Testimonial Tree because that's kind of like your depository for your reviews. But if you're going to use something like Rate My Agent, I would use it and have it manage your reviews, because what it does, what's unique about it is, one, you can connect all your Zillow, everything together except for Testimonial Tree into it. And then Rate My Agent itself it has its own drip program to reach out to your clients and ask for reviews. And it does it in a fashion where when they do the review, they're run through a wizard where they'll get a review for not just Realtor.com, but for Zillow and Google, and they'll do it all at once. So where you don't have to sit down with the client and log into 3 different platforms. And then the other side of it is you can export these images out directly out of the system.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, okay. I was going to ask a question. It's just like, what I see what you're saying there. So is it that because everybody usually is on Google? I had some, did this, and I've been doing this with the past clients that are still in their property.
Yes.
Tell me what you loved about your property. I'm updating. I just want to get some feedback from you. And they gave me great reviews. So I'm starting to consistently get them, but they're doing them. I did them on Google because my past manager said get them on Google, which is fine.
Well,
but they don't get.
It's actually really good that you did, because those are the reviews they're going to see first before anybody else's.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
Because most of the time they're going to do a Google search and then they're going to look for you. Desi, you had your hand up. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, on that picture, insert an image of the property that was sold?
Yes.
Or
It doesn't have to be, but you could. Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, I mean, I would like to put the house up from the person that I got the testimonial on there.
Yeah. So what you would do is, you just click on it, and then you would come up here to uploads, and then you would go and find the file. So let's just pretend, I think I got a picture. This isn't my listing, but let's just say this is the house. So then it's going to upload over here, and now it's over here.
Yeah,
so the same way that I change out the picture, I can change the property photo. And that's a great suggestion, because not only is your picture important, the picture of the house that you sold is important. Even if you don't disclose the address, at least the neighbors will know, where that house was.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
And then the only thing missing on here, even though it's social media, I would still put my phone number on here. And then you could do so by just coming over here to text. And 714, 614, and then we'll add text.
Shouldn't you
Got it.
put your
Thank you.
DRE on there too?
Well, technically you're supposed to put your name, the broker's name, and your license. So you could do that, but you got to remember this is going on social media. So your social media account and your information should have all that there. And if it doesn't, you're not compliant. So in your description, you know what I'm talking about? Let me switch over. I'll show you on the screen. Let me go to Instagram. This is not mine. Let me switch the account. This is my lead generation profile, not mine. There it is. So if I go over here, in your description, you should have phone number, realtor, first team, and your license. If you have it here, I don't have to put it on each one of these individual things. Now, if I print them, I do. Does that make sense? Is that clear?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
Could you also
so-
put a QR code in there?
a what?
A QR code, like a home value QR code? No?
You could, but here's the issue with that is most of the time they're looking at Instagram, they're on their phone. So how are they going to scan your QR code?
Got it. Okay, so this is phone. Got
So,
it. Thank you.
but at the same time, if you do a video and go to YouTube, have a QR code because a lot of times they're watching YouTube on their TV.
Okay, thanks.
You got it. You got it. Great questions. All right, let me switch back over to Maxa again. So this looks good. I've already downloaded, so I'm going to go ahead and close this guy out. Oh, just real quick. If you created something you wanted to share with like a team member, you can share a copy of it. So the way that you do that is you would come up here to share. And then there is copy to user. So I know, Desi, we were working on that file in Canva and then I shared it with you. This is slightly different. What this does is it actually copies the whole template to the other user's account. So if I click copy to user and send it to you, Desi, you get your own version of it, but whatever you do on yours is separate from mine. Does that make sense? So you're actually copy this template over to the person. So if you're working together, it's great. But if they make changes and you make changes, they're not happening at the same time. So that gives you the capability to personalize it to yourself, and then the other person can do the same.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
And then if you wanted to send it directly to social media, you can do through this, but you know, play around with it, see what you like. I don't like doing it through there, but you may enjoy that.
Quick
So I'm going to
question
close.
on-
Yeah.
Before you move on.
You got it.
Let me turn this off. Testimonials. So the ones that I have like on Rate My Agent, is there any way to import it into this format here?
What you're going to have to do, and it's not that hard. No one likes to do it because it sounds tedious, but you would just copy and paste the reviews from the other system in a testimonial tree, and then they'll all be available through that first wizard that happens.
Got it.
And I would
So
do
you
that
can't-
anyway, just best practices, because if you manually put everything in the testimonial tree, even if it's coming from other areas, that's what your website's going to show. And then whatever you create in here, that's what you're going to have access to.
Okay. All right. So would it be best just when I do a testimony, is it best to get it from, because I'd hate to ask the client, do it in testimonial tree and Google.
No. Either you do it or you pay someone to do it for you. I wouldn't have the client do it because they're going to get really irritated with you to ask them
So
to
when
do
I
that.
send them a testimony, should I send them the link from Google or from testimonial tree, just as best practice to get me, keep it consistent?
Yeah. For me, and just I would still use the Google reviews because those are forever, and those are, people trust those. And one of the most important things you got to think about is, what is the first thing that a potential prospect does to us before they even consider using us? They
look
Google
me up.
us.
Yeah.
And what's the first thing that people see? If you have a Google business page, they see that and your reviews. So I know it's an extra step of re-entering into testimonial tree, but I think the best practice would be to continue to use the Google.
Okay,
And then you may have to double entry into the testimonial tree because unfortunately the two don't, connect.
got it. Okay, I just wanted to clarify that, but thank you.
No,
That-
it's a
that-
great question. Really great question. And it's often overlooked.
Okay, thank you.
You got it. So we have about 5 minutes to kill. Can I answer questions that are completely unrelated to what we're doing right now?
So what about Yap or whatever that Yap? Does a lot of people go to that?
Yapmo?
Like the review YELP?
Oh, Yelp?
Yes.
Not really so much. There were a lot of big teams that used it really, with a lot of success about 10 years ago. And they decided to really squeeze and they upped prices and they played a lot of games. And I don't know anybody that's happy and successful using Yelp as a real estate agent anymore.
So can the
So-
next meeting, can you teach us how to do the Google business page or set one up and get that going? Because I think my last AO's office administrator set it up for him, but I don't know how to get in and I don't know how to add my photos. And mine is like a skeleton, some Google account. I don't know if it's business or not.
Okay, well, I can do a search and look, but let me talk to Terry and see if we can fit that in as a training. It might work just because I'm going to be out for the last week of August and the week after that, and then Jared's going to do 2 classes on the new title app. So let me talk to him. I think that's doable because I think Google Business. I haven't done a class in that in a couple of years, and I think that'd be beneficial to everybody. So let me talk to him and then I'll clarify it and let you know. But in the meantime, Tracy, shoot me an email reminding me about that. And then I'll send you the steps to see if I can help you get into your account. So at least you can look around.
Great. Thank you.
You got it. You got it.
I'm relating you.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you for spending that hour with me. Yeah.
Oh, quick question. QR code
Yeah, Connie.
on the open
Yes.
house, on your open house signs.
Mhm.
Where do you position that? Is there,
Yeah. So let me see if I pull it up.
And I was worried about that QR code on the open house sign because I was thinking about putting like the first team first page to go in. And I actually include the website, first team website as my signature line. And recently with the new changes, it no longer goes to www.firstteam.com or whatever. It now goes to HTTP first team. Did you know that? So
Yeah.
if I
You
so
can.
if
You just edit it. That's all.
No. But if I were to change that QR code on the sign, right? Like if I had gone to the WW first team and then they change it in the future to that HTTP, then the people who scan the QR code would not get to the correct website. So that's my concern if they change it in the future.
Unfortunately, your concern is invalid because everything contains HTTP. It's just automatically done. So the URLs are the same. It just may look different because there's 2 different systems, but they're the same URL. If you just put in firstteam.com, it goes to the same place whether you type in www.firstteam.com or type in https://firstteam.com.
So my question is, how do you do the QR code to make sure that it goes to the first team in website in the future?
Then when you set it, you put it in exactly how you want it. You unless you have a dynamic QR code system that you're paying for, you can't edit it. So you're going to have to either create a new one or edit the old one if it's editable. And if you created it in Mark, then you're going to have to create a new one because we don't have access to that system.
So when I go to create a QR code now for the open house sign, which one should I use to make sure that in the future when they scan my open house sign, it'll go to the first team website?
it doesn't, what I'm trying to say is it doesn't matter. You could type in firstteam.com, or you could type in www.firstteam.com, or you can type in https://www.firstteam.com, or you could type in https://www.firstteam.com. That it's all the same. It doesn't matter.
Oh, so you can just do firstteam.com and then get that QR code and slap it on your First Team sign, and I mean the open house sign, and will go there in the future.
Yeah, it's just when you initially do it, that's what matters. It's like if I go in here and create one now, I go into tools and then QR code, and then I just type in firstteam.com, generate code. And it'd be nice if it was a different color. Let's change the color.
In that one, would you want to do / and then put your name behind it so it goes straight to your website?
Well, yeah, you need to know exactly what the URL to your website is, and that's what you need to put into it. It's you have to tell it. I'm just curious where this one goes, so bear with me while I check it. So it took me to firstteam.com. So to answer your question, when you create the code, you want to put in the URL for you. So if you're the agent, it's always going to be, you know, first name, last name, .firstteam.com. And I'm going to click generate code again, change the color to white so I can read it. So let's see, well, there we go. I'll stick it here. And then as far as the placement, you're probably going to want to check with marketing if you're going to send it through them, because there are some guidelines as to how big all that good stuff is. But yeah, I just checked the QR code again, and you can check it too. It goes right to what I put in. And see right here, it added the HTTPS. So that's what I was trying to tell you, Tracy. If you just type in this part, it'll put in the rest for you. It's smart enough to know that at least.
Okay. And then you can put that on all your for sale signs and all your flyers.
Yeah, but keep in mind, this is going to be okay. But when you start to do specific things, like you're sending to maybe the landing page of your property, I wouldn't use this for signs because this is a one-time use QR code and I can't change it. So for this, it's fine because it's going to my website. But if it's going to a specific property, that's where you're going to want to get what's called a dynamic QR code that you can change and track. And those are the ones I would use for a sign if you're going to have something where the sign goes directly to the property website, you know, instead of just going to your website. But for what you're doing, this would be just fine because you're just sending them to your First Team website, and that's probably not going to change anytime soon. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Last question on this thing. So I already have my
Sure.
signs and I did not. All right. So now I want to get QR codes on them. Rather than redoing the signs, do I have to go through First Team to get the compliance of the size, whatever, where they get placed, and then stickers made, and that's it? Or how's that?
Yeah.
How could I update it? How do I update it?
Well,
This is what I'm getting.
that
to.
would be.
How do I?
So what I would do is I'd reach out to Mark and explain to them what you're doing.
Mhm.
And then depending on who's doing your, I mean, do you have your own sign person or do you go through the company?
I went through the company. I already have my signs, and I just
Okay.
thought like.
Yeah, so then I would reach out to Mark and just explain, I've already got signs, but I want to add a QR code. Can I order a sticker? And then what are the parameters, required to
Okay.
add that?
Okay, I just want to be in compliance. I don't want any issues.
Yeah, no, I totally
Okay.
get that.
All
Because
right.
that'd be the worst thing is to order signs and then be told, oh, these aren't compliant.
REISS can make
Yeah.
stickers for you, Connie.
Yeah, we're using RESS, and then some offices use different vendors. I know we have like 3 or 4 different vendors. So that's why I said reach out to marketing, and then they can put you in the direction of which vendor is going to be the most proficient. Because RESS
Got it.
changed
I can just.
ownership, and it may not be the level of quality that it was a couple of years ago.
They
Got it.
change owners.
Got it. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank
You got it.
Jared.
Some great questions today. I really appreciate the feedback.
I got a lot out of it today, Eric. Thank you so much.
Oh, my pleasure. Have
You
a
have to
great
go on
weekend.
vacation?
Customize workshop.
Have a
All
nice
right, thank
vacation, but you have to go.
All right. I'll miss you guys.
Where are you for
Uh,
next week? Where are you leaving?
That probably Anaheim, but that may change. So,
No, but your background, I don't know where you are in your background.
oh, I'm in my office. I just put a virtual background for right now because my
I
office
see.
isn't that exciting to look at.
Got it. Okay, thanks.
All right, guys.
Bye.